Hello, Divine Ones. This is Ashley for FD 1111 Ministries, home of Tarot, Bible, and Alchemy. This reading is for the full moon happening in the sign of Aries, opposite the sun in Libra. This is happening on October 1st, and for some it may be on the 2nd. But we're going to dive into the prominent astrological influences for this full moon. All right, let's get into some of the astrology here. So how I was saying before about this full moon being in the sign of Aries, what I feel like this energy is, well, first of all, it's a fiery energy. It's cardinal and it's masculine. And I feel like that it's going to be a lot of masculine projection. Actually, last night, like that was one thing that popped into my head, masculine projection. Like this has been like a masculine projection that has been shadowed or overshadowing like the feminine energy. So I feel like a lot of judgment is being broken right now because of a lot of this energy activity that is happening in the sign of Aries. So we do have Mars in retrograde in this sign. We do have Chiron that has been there for quite some time, and Chiron is the wounded shaman, and the shaman is the healer. We also have Black Moon Lilith in the sign of Aries. I have a video coming really soon where I talk about female empowerment and Lilith, that whole energy that's going on in the collective and in the world, where we have Mercury that entered into the sign of Scorpio on the 27th, and it will go retrograde later on this month. So Mercury is the esoteric ruler of Aries, and I feel like this is a lot of healing that's happening in the masculine energy. And when I say masculine energy, I'm talking about our ego self, the self that we project outwardly. And Aries also deals with the personality, deals with the person and ourselves, and how the way we project ourselves out into the world. With this placement right now, that Mercury is in the first decan of Scorpio, which is also ruled by Mars. And lastly, we have the asteroid Hermes conjunct this full moon, and Hermes is Mercury pretty much, and Hermes is the messenger of the gods. He is also known as the trickster, but if you really think about it, if you were dealing with a lot of different archetypes, if you're dealing with a lot of different information, you were going between different dimensions or different perspectives, that things can get a little misconstrued. So I feel like what is going on, that some people may be having an overload of information. And this is also related to downloads. So I feel like I should be bringing this card up because this was in the reverse on the bottom of the deck, which deals with Libra, and it also deals with the moon. All right, give me a second. So we do have like a couple or a pair, and you see how it is, well, we have yin and yang right there, but it also is dealing with where we have the upright and the reverse. That's one thing. Give me a second. So going back to this perception and this information that's coming through and being dual-minded. Dual-minded, for some, like how I was saying, can be confusion, but for others it can be clarity. For certain individuals that channel a lot of information, it's like pristine clarity. And that deals with the high priestess, where we have the middle pathway and being completely balanced, being completely pure, being completely holy, if you will. So holy and righteous is dealing with the intuitive aspects and having a steady stream of conscious flowing information from the higher realms that brings one to balance within themselves and having a pure heart. That's because they are being completely open and honest with themselves. And that stream of information comes from the higher self. Okay, give me a second. This is almost like that Hermes, that asteroid, because if you look at it, where we have the King of Wands, the Prince of the Chariot of Fire, and fire moves really quickly. This is like a comet. This is, ever since I started this ministry, like about 2018, that this has been coming through every so often. It will come through where this asteroid or this comet. So you think about a comet and an asteroid. It's not from this 3D plane from Earth, but it is a conglomerate of different pieces of matter that have been picked up from different galaxies, different worlds, and travels through until after it breaks through this atmosphere and it comes and lands onto Earth. So this is an analogy for the information. Mental transmutation. Do not be conformed to the pattern of this world. So the pattern would be like habitual mindsets, habitual acts and attitudes, and even I even specifically here for someone hanging around with certain type of people, that energy just permeates and sticks to you. This could be one that needs to cut a lot of energetic cords in their life, but be transformed by the renewing of the mind, of the mental state. Okay, give me a second. I hear allowing that flow to come through. Okay, I'm gonna pull a couple cards here. You know, before I do that, I am drawn back to this card right here. So this can make reference to someone finding their own personal truth and really living through that truth. We have over here the Three of Wands sitting on the top of the deck, Lord of established strength. So establishing what your personal truth is and standing in that truth. Another thing about the truth is accepting the shadow self. I feel like that is a lot of energy. I'm not more so want to say energy, but something that needs to be addressed. A lot of people do not want to accept the dark side. Do not want to accept the shadow side. And I've been doing a lot of work with the shadow side. Me and her are besties right now, okay? So if you have been struggling with that it is time, like you're going to keep having to deal with that. Like the scales are going to continuously be tipped over to one side because of the fact that you're not dealing with the other aspects of yourself. So, especially with a lot of this spiritual community, it's like love and light, and they want to try to make it seem like it's only this part. You see Venus sitting right there, only like that part, but not knowing that we have Saturn over here. Okay, all right. And in order for it to have that perfect balance and knowing and operating in that truth, you're gonna have to go over there to the dark side, to the shadow side. All right, so with that love and light, this is a full spectrum of light. If we only had this part of the light, we wouldn't know the fullness thereof. We wouldn't know the full. We wouldn't be full. Our cup will only be halfway full or halfway empty, depending on the way how you look at it. But you know what I'm saying. In love, we only want like the romantic aspect of love, but Black Moon Lilith is here, as well as Chiron, the shaman, the wounded shaman, is here to remind us that it's a whole nother aspect to love. Okay, give me a second. So with this aspect to love, in order for it to know the fullness of love, you're going to have to know about the pain and finding some form of pleasure through the pain. I'm not saying that necessarily like someone's going to have painful instances right now. It could just be you diving into the backstory. I hear specifically, like someone could have made a judgment call on someone's decision to break away from a relationship, and they're pointing the finger this way, but they need to really point the finger inwardly and look at the reason why the judgment was placed against that person. Like why is the relationship being repelled? By unforgiving and not accepting the shadow self, you're repelling the relationship. In order for to really know love, you have to know the opposite end of the spectrum. But it's really like a loop, like a circle. It's not really like a line, really, because it leads right back into the next phase, and it's just like a transmutation. It's like the same thing, but it's transmuted. So a lot of things that I've been doing to heal is, first of all, getting to the truth of it, and then taking my responsibility and that pain and transmuting it into joy, transmuting it into healing. And I really feel that is what's coming through for the world, spiraling down to the collective, spiraling down to small communities and soul families, spiraling down to generations, spiraling down to units of families, and then spiraling down to the individual. It's like taking this big, huge focus and breaking it down. All right, give me a second. Now I'm going to pull some other cards. All right. Where we have death, Scorpio. And that's where Mercury is. Actually, over here we have Mercury and Sagittarius. So that could be someone that is a Sag or a Scorpio or a Leo or even a Libra. But more so, this is some form of communication and those downloads. I'm telling you, like those downloads that are coming from that asteroid from Hermes. I mean, it's coming from all different types of ways and areas. We have a lot of activity going with Scorpio. So you look at this. The Phoenix is as high as she can go. She can also go as deep. And we're talking about going deep. I mean, there's so many different healing things that I have been doing. And a lot of it's been really deep. And it can be like unconventional. And dealing with the subconscious mind and the suppressed conscious mind. Okay. And that suppression, this is like someone that has been pushing things down. Like they have been receiving some form of truth, but they have been ignoring it. They have been pushing it down, underground. This could be someone very into their sexual, first of all, I hear sexual orientation. So someone could be struggling with their sexual identity. And I have a video coming about that and how, you know, my personal experience, and then as well as, you know, different ways of how to like overcome that. But that's one thing. Then I also hear someone that's just like struggling just to keep old memories in the past. They like out of sight, out of mind. But that's not true. You know, our thoughts, they never once do they come to our eyesight. We can't see them, but yet they're there. And they affect us all the time. So out of sight, out of mind, that could be someone saying that about a specific person. But even yet and still, they're still affecting you. Even yet and still, if that old job is gone, it's still affecting you because I feel like someone could have been let go from a job. I also hear like a housing unit or something like that, in which they still are carrying around that baggage, almost like that fear. So this feels like fear right here. These three cards feel like fear that someone has not let go of, and they feel like their security isn't secure. You know, the things that we consider to be security, it's not, they don't feel like it's there for them. They feel like they have no safety net. Okay, give me a second. Yeah, I feel like with this Four of Swords, it's like the thoughts of stability and that inner turmoil that is happening. And this could be coming up for some to really deal with. Like, you can't ignore it like this. It needs to be brought to the surface so it can be addressed. And then it can be transmuted. Okay, give me a second. You know what? Not this one. All right, someone could be needing to do a fast, stepping away from those triggers. We do have like a lot of, look at that, ending. That's the ending that's coming up. So this could be someone that's in their own mind and they're needing to, dang, look at that Scorpio on the bottom again, in the reverse. Cray. All right. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so it could be like someone that's just in their own head and they have to really go into their subconscious mind and really put that to rest. This is actually transmutation right here. This person, they could even have healing gifts as well, regardless if they know about it or they don't know about it. This is Give me a second. This could be a female. Okay. I feel like this right here feels like fear. Like fear that someone may do something. Like this female, they have like a fear that they may do something to somebody else. They may be having dreams or something of, or they can have so much anger pinned up in them. It feels like somebody's having dreams, but it also feels like someone has pinned up anger. They may even have, I hear lust and drive for to do something that, you know, is harmful to someone. Okay, give me a second. Yeah, some of my decks, they're mixed up. So you may see a couple cards that may look a different color. That's totally fine though, you know. We have the Sacred Heart. Oh, actually we have right here. Someone could have some secrets and, you know, hidden sexual desires as well. They could be trying to break some type of habit or some type of lusting habit. It could be something dealing with some type of content, if you know what I mean. Even hooking up. So another person could be having, we have over here with the Lord of Material Trouble, having some type of, I hear the home front, some type of financial instability or something that they're unstable with. Like they could be finance, something about finance, something about like bills or not keeping up with their books or something like that. Maybe even overdrawn accounts or something. It could be even something dealing with the home and things not working out the best for this month is because they need to bring up the habit of overspending. But it's just to bring to the notice. Yeah, I'm just looking over at this other card. Okay. I'm going to mix these up a little bit. So someone also, I feel like someone has some hidden feelings for somebody and they don't know how to tell it. Okay, hold on. Where did it go? They may not know how to explain these feelings and it has been a while and they still have these feelings for this person. Look at this. Like this person have these feelings for this person. It's been some time and they still have these feelings for this person and they don't know how to exactly explain it. Even to themselves, it's like perplexing to them. It's like, I haven't seen this person in such a long time, but yet, like, I still think about them, or like they still, every once in a while, I can feel them. So it could be a Scorpio involved. You know what? It's something too with the generations as well. Some generational healing that's happening through you, the viewer, or either someone, it definitely feels like the viewer, but it also feels like for someone it could be the viewer and then an energy that's attached to them. So that could be anybody, you know, that's closely attached to you, that they're going through a metamorphosis of some type. Think about this as a as a cocoon, where you just came from out of caterpillar stage, crawling around on your belly for all this time. Then you find a nice tree, you hang yourself upside down, and you're building your little cocoon. You're building it. It's not built yet. You're building your cocoon, and you're going to go in there, you're going to go in hermit mode, and you're going to allow yourself to melt down. That's what happens in the cocoon. They melt into almost like a soupy goo or something like that. And then they rebuild themselves. Like, what? And you're going to come out at the due time and you're going to be a butterfly. You're going to have wings. And it's like, what in the world just happened? Like, the other caterpillars are going to look at you like, wow. And this is just an analogy for, like, it could be family members or close friends that known you and know your family for like ever and a day, and they're like, wow, like, who are you, you know? Okay. And this is a message, not that specific one, but being the hinge to the door. That has been a message for like over a year, where the spirit will bring that up every so often, about you know how you they say like an open door to opportunity or new circumstances, but the door isn't what's really holding the person back, or that is opening up the door. It's not even the lock and key, it's the hinges that allows the door to open up. Because if it didn't have any hinges, it wouldn't be a door there. And you are the hinge that is going to open up the door and hold it open for generations to come, and as well as the ancestors that went before you in the physical sense. So another thing, when I touched these cards, I heard something about ancestors. So someone could be the first, one of the first words, sometimes it comes through like really quick, is visitations. And someone could be getting visitations from their ancestors and getting some type of clues. I hear like somebody could be playing a game, like for someone, I don't think this is for everybody, like their ancestor is likes to play games, if you will. They're not really a trickster. They like to play games, like toy around with them. And what I mean by toy around, there is really kitty like. It's not like, oh, I'm toying around with you, I'm gonna scare you in your sleep or something. It's like, oh, I took that your ear, what do they call that thing? Okay, they took your phone and set it down. The Bluetooth, that's what it's called. They took your Bluetooth and then they took it in the other room and laid it down. Like something like that, like a kid would do. And it's like a playful game, because what they're doing, they're strengthening your senses. But it's also too a way of how to communicate in a more lackadaisical type of way, until I hear they show you something, whatever that something may be. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Give me a second. Someone could be finding a diary, and it could be an old diary, like if someone was going through some family, I don't know, boxes or something, clearing out some old stuff. They could be finding like an old diary from, like, say their grandmother or their mom or something like that, and finding out more about their thought patterns. That's what it feels like. It feels like thought patterns. It's not more so about the things that are inside of the diary. It's more so about the way how they thought. Like, they could have had crushes on several different people or dated several different people, and then, like, the details will be in there, and the person's not shocked at the fact that what they did in the journal is more so about, like, oh, that's the reason why such and such would act a certain way, or she would say certain things, or either the reason why I may say certain things. Okay. King of Wands. Do we have King of Wands already up here? I think a King of Wands. Look at that. We have 2 Scorpios and 2 Leos on the board. Or it could just represent fire signs. Yeah. Like in both of the decks. Okay. And look how you have in each one. Well, this one actually is in the same deck, but it's still black and white. And this one is color. Okay, give me a second. Someone could have like placements, like they could be opposite placements, like a Scorpio Leo placement, or either like a Scorpio moon and a Scorpio sun, for example. It's not, or, you know, something like that. I'm just throwing things out there. Scorpio, whatever, you know. And then this person could have double Leo type of placements, or it could be opposites, like swap, like one Scorpio, one Leo, and vice versa. But more so, this feels like someone that is like these two people are marrying each other. That's not like I said marrying, could be, but mirroring. So like they're mirroring each other, like how this is, like they're balancing each other out. So this is about relationships. Give me a second. I hear financial circumstances, like a tipping of the scale, or rebirth of financial circumstances. We have the Ace of Pentacles. All right, let me bring it up so I can see. Lord of the root of the powers of earth. Okay. I was saying with the financial circumstances, it could have been something that was slow moving at first, but then it will pick up. It will pick up energy. But I also heard information. That's why I paused. I heard them both at the same time. As weird as that sounds, but yeah, I heard them both at the same time. And like, information is energy. Energy is information. When you break energy down, that they have different light codes with it. So, you know, as this person learns, they start to speed up. And as they speed up, they start to gain more monetary value. And what I'm talking about, I'm not talking about their soul value or them as a person. I'm talking about like the information that they can offer to other people. So this could be a couple, it could be two couples, or it could be like one person with these type of placements. But I feel like it could be two people. It could be something dealing with like a partnership of some sort, where we have, why did I know that this card was going to come out? And look, I don't have them set up at all. Okay. Where we have the Hermit. And going within. And going deep, deep within. So this person could be, or these people could be getting into, I hear psychologics. So that could be something that they're making up or whatever, that they're calling it. Because remember I said that they're picking up information. And like what I mean by picking up information, they're not just studying, like this looks like the web or the internet. They're not just studying that, but they're downloading things. And so they could develop this, or they could start this movement with that phrase. Or they could just coin that phrase, play on words. And it starts like this movement, like this wheel. Look at this. Doesn't this look like a wheel? I don't know what this is per se, but it looks like a basket. I don't know. But anyways, they're starting like this wheel. It's like moving. And it starts moving off slow. But as they gain more information, they gain more energy. And they send that energy, aka information, outwardly. This could be on the web. And as they do that, they start to gain more and more momentum that therefore will bring more and more streams of income into their pockets, into them. But it's not like they're not doing it genuinely. They really have a heart for this. Look how deep they are. They have a heart for this, whatever they may be doing. Now, as of right now, I don't know what these people are doing. I don't know if they are, it's not showing me if they're doing spiritual content or if they're doing, I don't know, Pilates or something. It's not showing me that right now. And it may, it may not, not all the time will I get all of the details, especially in the general. Look, we got the Hermit again. Look, I'm not fooling around with you guys. We have the Ace of Wands. Look at that. They are on fire. The Mother of Swords. And then we have another Hermit. Then you see that, right? It came up in the reverse. And then we got some pixie sticks here. But this feels like, yeah, you know what? It feels like the collective. But hold on, let me grab my notes real quick, because it's this one, Chiron, actually. So Chiron is in between Saturn and Uranus. And you can hear Duke in the background, but yeah, so this is called like the Rainbow Bridge. And this is all talking about, like, so this person, some people could be dealing with technology, and it doesn't have to necessarily do with tech, like they're developing something. Someone could be developing that, and that has been coming through for a while. But the overall, like, it's several different messages that are coming through with this whole energy right here. So these people, they probably, let me see which message first. Okay, so I'm gonna address this app or technology of some sort, where these people have been underground, or they haven't, not saying they're like physically underground, but they have been in themselves, like they have been working, like they probably locked away in a room. That's what I mean by that. Like they have just been like no contact, like just going at it. And it's like a couple people that they may converse with via online just to get certain patents. That's the baby. Just to get certain patents, just to get certain information, advice, and getting this group to work together. Because these people, this set of people right here, they're working on developing something dealing with technology. Okay? And all right, so now going to the other group. Now, this other group that has been picking up information, they have been studying, doing a lot of studying online and conversing online. And their field, it seems like a couple different fields. So it could be someone dealing with like some type of physical body movement, like Pilates, like I was saying, or yoga. I hear yoga for twins or something like that. And they're like getting it all together, and it's going to help bridge some type of community together. All right, and then it's another group that I'm not sure what they're doing, but they are using some form of technology like the web, you know, which is normal, and they're going to be reaching out to people real soon. So these people, they're not ready to go public with anything. They have been building something. For somebody else, they may be called to go inward. Look at all these inward cards. Like all of this stuff is talking about inwardly. You may want to take action. For somebody, they may want to take action, but it may not be time to take action. For others, it's go time. Like it's time to launch something. For other people, it feels like somebody else that's been working on something for a while. And we have here the Ace of Wands and all this other supporting energy. And they're like, I'm ready to go. I'm good. Like, you know, this is general reading once again, so I'm not telling anybody, you know, go with your intuition. All right, and so this feels like some type of spontaneous, something spontaneous that happens. It's something tick. It's something tick. Could be something dealing with the app where they have been posting for, this is a different set of a different person, but it's something dealing with a tick. Something about rhythm and a tick, and like a clock or something with time. All of this seems like time right here. All this, right all up in this area. This seems like a clock, like something with a clock, something about to go off. And we have the Lord of Wealth, okay. 3 of Pentacles. I mean, sorry, the 10 of Pentacles. What in the world? Yeah. Yeah, someone, it's like they have something on a platform that's about to like explode. And I think this is the reason why, because I stuttered a quick second when I said something. I don't remember what I said, but it caught my attention right before I said tick. And it's something with tick, and it's something with the platform. And it could have been several attempts to do something, and then they got, aha, eureka. Either they switched something up with their style, or either they posted it at the right time and then it just like took off. For others, it may be This seems like it is one person. So, and it could be with this one person, like a couple different platforms that they have been working with, or a couple, it's like a couple different either platforms or either ways of how to edit or post their content, where they have been searching for something. So you see this pile of sticks, and then you have one that's good. It's like, yeah, and it's fire, like it takes off. And this is the promise. It's like they knew intuitively, they knew that, yes, this is it. Yes, I can feel it. Although I don't see it, I can feel it. And remember, the rainbow represents a promise. So they knew that it was some type of promise that was coming through, but it was like, okay, I tried this way, I tried that way, I tried to post it this time, I tried to do this type of content, I tried to do it this way, and then they finally found something that was a winning formula. So it could have been a different editing technique, or a different filter, or either a different time that they posted, but it's something where like they had to hone in on something, or either that one post that just so happened to take off that really moved their platform to a whole nother level. All right, so I'm going to see what else. Not exactly sure, but you see my little man right there, isn't he cute? I actually am going to do like a couple custom candles with the little skeleton on there. I think it's so cute. You know, black and white deals with the conscious, subconscious mind, and then the skull deals with the seat of the soul, and really working with the subconscious mind. So you're interested, the link will be down below, as well as with all the other stuff down there. And you can also pre-order the Divine Guidance cards. That link will be down below. So my birthday is coming up, so they should be ready to ship by my birthday, which is October 29th. Hey. All right, so let's see. All right. Got that going. I feel like I should be picking another card. Let me see where I should be picking the card from. I think the Hermetic. We have the Queen of Wands, the Queen of the Flame, and we have, oh, it's actually deals with Aries. So I feel like with this person, and this may be a female or either a male, it's not really about sex with this one, or sexual orientation with this one, or identity. It has more so to deal with a clean slate, where we have like allowing one to dump themselves out completely and being a clean canvas. Yeah, so this person or small group of people, they need to allow themselves to be completely cleansed out. This is stripping the self of the identity. This is stripping the self of whatever other judgments that people have given you, per se, because we also have like some of our mindset comes through nature, like through the DNA, and majority of it comes through, most of the time, majority of it comes through like nature, like the observation of our 3D reality. So this person is going to go back to like a blank canvas, and allowing themselves to paint their own selves on that blank canvas, or whatever they want to paint on it. So it could be someone that's an artist, but I more so feel like it's a collective message for whoever this may resonate with, that it's like, it's time. I hear it's time to allow yourself to be you. So we do have here 211. It could be 2011. It could be February 11th. It could be 11, what is it, November 2nd. You know, it could be even October, one of those dates. Could be October 2011, October 5th, October 6th, October 7th, 2nd, October, you know, the different combinations. Okay, well, I think that's it. Oh, a couple rooms, yeah. All right, yeah. So I almost forgot my beloved runes and dice. So we have another 2 or 1 and a 1, but mostly that feels like the conscious mind, because you have here Aries, the conscious mind, and then we have here the Scorpio with the subconscious mind. And allowing yourself to merge, we have the star right here, which deals with like a promise coming through, even being guided and led. And it landed almost about in the middle. So this is that middle pathway. When you are, this person is balanced. Look at that. Look how this is just balanced, where you have like the merge of the subconscious and the conscious, or vice versa. And it comes into that point, that perfect point in the middle pathway, being a blank slate. Then we also have here, you see down in here, right in there, that room. So I'm gonna pick that room right on up out of here. This is like a pregnancy room. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be pregnant or someone around you has to be pregnant, but it deals with something that is growing in you. That could be a thought, that could be a thought, an idea, same thing pretty much. It could be I hear a force. This could be gifts that are growing within you that are really ready to go through a metamorphosis or a transformation. So I feel like I should be holding it like this, like it's some type of star. It could be some type of star, asteroid, or something in your chart. So maybe see where Chiron is or something like that. Or any type of placement that I mentioned before where this is happening, because it could be where that is growing, where that's going to be the forefront for right now. But I feel like for someone, I feel like this is something that they have been waiting for a while, and it's coming through. So I feel like I have to bring up certain cards. Give me a second. Let me find these certain ones that, this one does, and that one. And give me a second, it's coming. All right, yeah. And that. All right. So I hear the transaction, where we have the relationship, and that feels like a relationship and some type of financial gain. We have the king and the queen right here. All right, so, and that hidden opportunity. So imagine if you have like a whole lot of sticks, and it's only one stick that you need to find, but you've been searching and searching. They said it was impossible, and you started to believe that it was impossible, but you kept on searching because you knew you were guided. You knew that something was there, and then you're like, I found it. Like it's a 1 in a million chance, but guess what? You did it. All right. And so that's what I feel like this person, whoever this is, or these group of people, that this is what's happening for them or for this person. We actually even have, this is the rune that I made for, it could be for Saturn or for Lilith. But that could be a couple right there, a Saturn or Lilith. That seemed like they could make a couple. That feels pretty. That feels good. Like when I tap it, it feels good. And what I mean by that is like the energy. It feels good. It feels like, this feels like a different couple. So this is one couple right here. And it doesn't have to do with their sign or anything like this. They could be fire signs or have, strong fire in their chart, but never, it doesn't really matter about that. And that's about like the energy that they give off. Like they both have like this regal sense to them, but it's like a warmth, if you will. It's not like a overbearing type of energy. It's like a warmth. It's like if I was to sit next to a nice campfire and put my hands up, like it feels a warmth. You could feel it there. It doesn't feel like a scorching hot, like how they could have been out of balance at first. Now with this couple right here, with like the Saturn Lilith type of energy, that Saturn, it feels like, it feels like like Lilith, when she was in the Garden of Eden before Eve was created, that, you know, her and Adam weren't balanced. But then Archangel Samuel came through and scooped her up. No, like they were more compatible like that. So Lilith, you know, Eve has been demonized to a certain extent, but especially Lilith has been really demonized from being known as a murderer of children, being, you know, a stealer of men, and, you know, all these different things. I'm not gonna go into it. All right, and so she finally found someone that was like her equal, you know. And so these two couples, yeah. I feel like I had to say that again. It just came out like that. But these two couples, it's like they're like opposite but the same. Like they may have a lot of external opposites, but interiorly, if that's a word, or their inner workings, they click in a certain way. So some way, somehow, I don't think that anytime soon that these people are going to really see eye to eye, but they have some type of commonality, and they're going to do something, some type of work together. And that could be in a tangible sense. No, not really. I take that back. No, it's not. It's going to be something dealing with more of, I hear attitude, somebody with attitude, but more so dealing with, I use the term spiritual very lightly. It's like they have some type of spiritual work to do together. So that spiritual work to do is helping each other to cope and to heal within, but it's going to spread outwardly. That's going to help like their family. So it could be 4 different people with 4 different families, or it could be someone that has like a couple families attached to them. And that families is very elusive too. So it does deal with their personal family, but it also spans out to like different people that they feel like that are their family. And their story will, I hear, live on. It's like whatever they're doing, these couples, that it's going to affect generations and generations to come. But like on a major scale though. I hear TV broadcasting or something. One of them could be in that industry, or either eventually. It seems like it could be a couple years before these people actually come together. Once again, like I didn't mention this, that it doesn't necessarily mean that what comes through now will be something that happens during the full moon or new moons. It's whatever the strongest energy that comes through that I have to share, because the person may only watch one time, but it could be a message in for them, or they may be more receptive to it now. You know, I don't question, I just do it. Okay, so these people, they probably won't have some type of balance with each other. It's like the couples, they will get together, and then eventually for some reason, they may have family, shared family. Like for example, one of them may have children, or a couple of them may have children on the opposing side, or from another couple, from this couple. Someone over here may have children with that one over here, that couple, and they have to like physically speak to each other. So this will unfold over the next couple years, and where they feel like they have matured enough spiritually so that they can, I hear, obtain this. And so it's something with TV broadcasting and something with that. So maybe through their healing, they'll be able to share that healing with the world to some degree. I'm not exactly sure. I just don't know. And, you know, sometimes it's good not to know everything. Be a little mysterious. Anyways, if you did enjoy the video and you want to join us over here, you can do so by, I'm gonna have it right here, subscribing. If you are interested in these candles, the personal candles, any of the other stuff, all those links will be listed down below, personal readings. And if you want to join the Patreon family for as little as $1.11 a month, you can have access to the Patreon membership over there. Let's see, anything else that I have to share? Yeah, so anything else you can just find in the link down below. And I thank you guys so much, and I'm just so excited. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.